reminding us that Jesus will make a way. And he will. He is a way maker. Allow me to bore you for a few moments. Our prayers go out this morning to Brother Charlie Thomas.
Yes, Lord. Amen.
Yes.
His aunt is very dear to him. Got word that she was ill, and that final word that she did pass away. So our prayers are with you, Charlie.
Amen.
Charlie's very faithful.
Amen.
Last Sunday, I just didn't want to preach. And I called somebody in to preach for me. I had the same urge today, but I didn't call anybody to preach for me today because it's something that I need to say. I've been in a series for a few weeks on Cornelius, Acts 10. And that was my message for today until about 2, 3 this morning. You have to be sensitive to the inkling of the Holy Spirit. I toiled with this message and didn't want to preach it because I enjoy preaching unfamiliar texts because it helps me to prepare myself from a new place. But with what's going on, people need encouragement.
Yes.
But what we are, our church needs encouragement.
Yes.
Who better to look to for encouragement than that old faithful servant, Job? Job 1. And I want to lift, for the sake of time, verse 20. Glad to see Mabel's sisters in service from Chicago. We were on the same ride and didn't know it. And I thought I knew one of them anyway.
Amen.
Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head, fell down upon the ground. And here is the part that I want to preach, Jackie, and worship.
Yes.
You see that, Terry? In spite of what he went through, Harry, he arose. Can't let stuff keep you down.
Yes.
He rent his mantle and shaved his head, Kenyatta. He fell to a place of submission. Fell down on the ground, Carmen, in spite of his calamity. In spite of your calamity. Vaughn, you got to learn how to work. to, as your pastor, I don't know if this is even a sermon. I don't know if this is just an instruction, a directive, a path that God gave me early this morning. But I want to talk about, if I had to preach, and I'm not preaching today. If I was going to be a preacher, I would talk about don't lose your worship.
All right.
Thank you. Don't lose your worship. Don't lose your worship. I am, good to see you, preacher. I am, told you before, I planned for us to be together a long time.
Amen.
Therefore, I have nothing to prove to you about my preaching ability. So today, even if the homiletic and the hermeneutic, the exegete of the text is not as you desire, just pray for it. I want to offer a word of encouragement. Life pretty rough. Many times we're actually left, listen to this, without answers. Though the book before us is a very old book, it has a very modern message. Job is known as one of the oldest books in the Bible. You may not need the book of Job right now. But in the words of my late mother, keep living. You may find it this morning to be very dull and uninteresting. Matter of fact, you've already turned me off before you turned me on. But keep living. If you live long enough and experience enough of life, there will come a time when indeed you will have to wrestle with the kind of info Job gives. Just this morning, Dayton, Ohio, 9 people went out on the town not to return home. 26 people lives were also shattered. Families are left to deal with the pieces. Talk about life. Just a few weeks ago, a pure, innocent 14-year-old child in our congregation was diagnosed with leukemia. Life will have you wondering. I said life will have you wondering. Just a few weeks ago, a young lady in Brookhaven received a phone call that her alarm was going off at home. And perhaps thinking that it had only malfunctioned, she went home, found 3 boys in a home as she walked in.
That's right. That's right.
They shot her.
Jesus.
She died. Earlier this week, South Haven, Mississippi.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Talk.
Two men went to work. One man, 46, other one, 38, went to work on a normal day. But a former employee who had been suspended and some say had been fired went to work and turned to be a madman and killed one man indoors and killed the other one outdoors. And 5 children between 2 fathers are now fatherless. You need your. Just yesterday, in El Paso, Texas,
Yes, sir.
a gunman opened fire in Walmart again. Families are out school shopping, preparing for the 2019-2020 school term, only to discover that another madman has broken loose and killed 20 innocent individuals and injured 26. Their lives will never be the same. Go open whatever y'all turn over. Will never be the same. The question that come to my mind, is God almighty? Is God all powerful? The answer that I give you is not just a church answer, but it's a real answer.
Yes, sir.
I told you, I'm not pressing you. He is all loving. And indeed, he is all powerful. But to be honest, I don't have the answer to none of the questions that you would ask. Because the question that would come to mind would be, for a person who is in between there and here and there. Because people can look as if they have church down pat. But inside there are many questions, and people are on the verge of almost believing that the reality of God is not real. Because the logical statement would be that if God is so real, how can these things happen to innocent people? And I want to give you the answer. But the fact is, I don't have one. But if I had to give you some type of spiritual advice, I would tell you when you get time. Turn your Bibles when you get home to the 16th chapter of John. The 33rd verse says, "These things have I spoken unto you, that in me ye may have peace. But in the world ye shall have tribulation.
Yes, sir.
But be of good cheer.
Yes, Lord.
I have overcome the world. I don't have the answer to how God would allow in a 7-day span,
Yes, sir.
not to mention the local issues, but global issues. How would a just God allow people who are just to have to suffer? How can a just God grant us a jackass of a president whereby he's separating innocent children from their mother? I'm talking about the land of the free, the home of the brave. And we are yet overworked and underpaid. We're yet judged by the color of our skin and not the content of our character. And we're too ignorant to put out our guns and our weapons of mass destruction ourselves to make ourselves better people. And that same ignorance, that's within the White House. It's in our communities. And then if you're not careful, some churches have such weak leaders that same junk is in the church because you don't want to make Sister Watermelon mad. You have no answer. But I say this to you this morning, and I'm serious. I made my mind up, Sylvia. Georgia. Rowan. I don't have the answers. But I promise, Sister Johnson, I'm sticking with Jesus. I'm sticking with him, Rebecca. Here we see a man, wealthy, upright, God-fearing. 7 sons, 3 daughters. And as the story unfolds in chapter 1, verse 6 and 12, we're told of a scene in heaven when the sons of God appeared before the Lord. Satan, the Hebrew word for Satan is accuser.
All right.
The sons of God gathered with God for what I'll call an angelic meeting. But Satan was present. And when God spoke to Satan concerning the uprightness of his servant Job, Satan implied to God that Job fear you, God, yes, but he fear you because you've been so good to him. Satan's goal in Job's life is the same in ours, and that is devour our relationship with God. And one of the ways he devour our relationship with God is he devour our relationship with each other. Some people don't value relationships. See, let me tell you something. People can be in your family, but you don't have a relationship with them. People can have your last name, the same blood in their vein, but you all are just as different as day and night. When God connects you, stay connected. Because it's dangerous to become disconnected from something or someone that God has connected you to. Because if God has connected you to and you disconnect from, then you are not in the will of God. Because if God says stay connected, you can't leave what God has connected you to. Because your blessing is attached to whomever God has attached to you. So when God spoke, Satan spoke. See, don't think that Satan is not present, because he is. And according to Satan, Satan says, God, you put a head around Job.
All right. Yeah.
He would curse you,
Yeah.
but you got him covered. Beloved, I don't care who you are. I know you're looking good this morning. You got your Sunday stuff on. You got a Sunday hairdo. You got Sunday clothes. You got Sunday shoes. You may even have Sunday lipstick. But there is, pay me strict attention. Remember, I have no answer. But I do have this. There is some trouble with your name, your address, your zip code, your telephone number, your social security number, and it's attached to you. But although it is attached to you, don't let it detach you from you. I told you I'm not preaching. Don't let what's going on disconnect you from who gonna take you on. See, I don't care how mad I am if I get in your car. If I don't want to walk, I got to stay in. You don't jump out of a car in 100-degree weather because the person you ride with won't cut the air. Look at the confirmation of Job. Some scholars have suggested, this is just a lecture, some have suggested that Job's story isn't real. But can I tell you something? You may not have a desire to share it, but there's some stuff you've gone through that's unbelievable. I mean, this room is filled with pain. This room is filled with molestation. It's filled with people who've been sexually assaulted by their own loved ones. It's filled with people who were doomed and damned by their own mother, their own father, their own family member. Sometimes your own mother will walk out on you. This room is filled with all kind of pain and calamity. Some of you now are wrestling with some stuff you had to deal with as a child. You're battling with some stuff. And if you're not careful and able to deal with what you once battled, it will battle you. That's why I tell others, pay strict attention to dating around your children.
All right.
Perverts dress up. Sexual predators look just like you. They love children. They love what you love, because what Satan will do, he is an accuser and he is deceptive, and whatever it takes to get you, he'll get you. Ain't cute, everybody picking your daughter up. Talking about uncle.
Work that.
This room is filled with pain, scars, battles, and some persons along the perimeter have said that the story of Job can't be real. But can I tell you this?
Tell us.
Give me 5 minutes. If you write your story in a book, somebody will say, your story ain't real. Write your divorce in a book. Write out how you had to raise your little children by yourself. See, some of you have gotten over your past, and now, since you done got over it, you don't want to look back at it. But every now and then, you better reflect, because when you start reflecting, it'll keep you humble. You know, when you couldn't feed your children, and now because you could go to Outback and buy you a steak without having to check your account, you want to get a hamburger? You don't know what would happen before tomorrow evening falls. And I'd rather be broke and to have some peace than to have a lot of money and be bitter. Oh, I wish I had help with me. Let me be broke and eat from Al Connor's grill every now and then than to have a bunch of money and can't speak to folks. Walking around with my nose up in the air like I smell something. Oh, you better be careful. You write your story in a book, and somebody will come back 20 years from now, 30 years from now, and read your story. And at the end of your story, you're going to write this in the last chapter. Jesus is the best thing that ever happened to me. Right in your story. I write down some stuff that I've had to endure. You wouldn't believe it. If I write down some stuff, I've had to battle with, tried to fit in some places and I couldn't.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on.
But I know God. I didn't know you all. Stepped out on faith. Now I find myself 4 years later getting ready to celebrate. Nobody but God. Brought us together. Went through some turbulence. But the turbulence didn't separate us. Brought us closer together. What God has joined together, let no man put asunder. When God's hand is on you, you're going to make it through whatever you're dealing with. Scholars have suggested that the story of Job is not real. But I know it's real. Because if Job is not real, John 3:16 can't be real. If Job is not real, Philippians 4:19 can't be real. If Job is not real, Genesis 1:1 can't be real. Romans 8:28 can't be real. Romans 8:31 can't be real. I know it's real. Verse 1 said, there lived a man. No fiction. He was an actual person. And I know Ezekiel 14 and verse 20 and James 5:11 even mentions of him again. He's real. Matter of fact, not only is he real, but he's you. We all have some stories. He lived in the land of Oz. And his conduct was right. Perfect. Does not mean he was sinless, but speaks of his thoroughness, of righteousness. He was righteous before God. He was upright. Job was not crooked. He was real. He was genuine, and he was clean because he shunned evil. He avoided evil. And we got to learn to avoid evil because it's so prevalent today. People are just evil, just mean, just hateful, just low down, evil. You got to be careful. And the Lord granted Satan permission.
Yes, he did.
After Satan told God that Job only reverenced you because of what he had. Chapter 1, verse 1 through 5 shows the prosperity of the man. But chapter 1, verse 6 through the 13th verse of chapter 2 shows the adversity of the man. See, many of you want the prosperity. But in life, you got to get the adversity. Look, the Sabaeans stole 500 yoke of oxen and 500 female donkeys and killed the servants. Lightning destroyed 7,000 sheep and killed the servant. The Chaldeans stole 3,000 camels and killed the servant. And if that ain't enough, a windstorm came one night. And all his children were in one house and they were killed. But I'm done now. I won't even get to the part when his body broke out in sores from top to bottom. I won't get to the fact where he went outside of the city, dumped and sat on the ashes, waiting for himself to die. And it's something when you want to die, God won't even let you. He wanted death to occur. But God would not allow it to occur. Then he found himself back up against the wall.
Yes, sir. All right, all right.
No matter the trouble, the despair, the dilemma, the valley, the foes, the fouls. All I came to tell you this morning, don't lose.
All right, all right.
Your worship. If you're in a place where you're broken and torn and battered and scarred, you may not have the money to even make the ends meet. But even when there's no solution, don't lose your worship. Even when the sun is not shining, don't lose your worship. Even when the outlook look worse than the income, don't lose your worship. Satan had the same prediction for Job as he had for us. And that is that our conduct will dishonor our God. But Satan was wrong. Job fell to the ground. He fell to the ground in verse 20. And he worshiped. What is worship? The humble response of grateful people to an all-wise, all-knowing, all-living God. It is not wrong to show sorrow. But according to 1 Thessalonians 4:13, don't stay in your sorrow. Because we sorrow not as those who have no hope. So he's in sorrow, but even in sorrow, he looked past his sorrow and he becomes submissive. Because he fell upon the ground and worshiped. To worship God is Job's approval and acceptance of what God has permitted. See, many of you praise him. But every now and then.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You don't take much to praise him. But every now and then, you got to just worship. Worship is saying to him, God, I don't understand it, but I accept it. I don't understand how can you allow a mother to die and leave 3 or 4 or 5 innocent children. I don't understand it. You can let the breadwinner of a family be murdered or die in a car accident. I don't understand it. But I know one thing about God. You got to learn to accept what he allowed. He got a purpose. And let me tell you what Job did. He worshiped. And this is all I want to tell you. Don't let trouble stop your devotion to your devoted God. I don't understand some stuff. I don't understand. And I know it sounds good. We'll understand it better by and by. I want to know something now. I don't have the answer. to be ye steadfast
Yes,
All right.
and unmovable,
Yeah. Always abounding.
and will always be abounding
Oh, yes.
in the work of the Lord. For I know my labor is not in vain.
Oh, yeah. Come on now. Come on.
It's not in vain in the Lord. Consume